Hi guys! Today I'm doing a voluminous style blowout on my hair with Extensionista duo tapes using the Dyson Airwrap. I love the Dyson Airwrap because it gives a light polished curl, not a tight ringlet, which is not actual now. If you want volume like this, you need more hair than you were born with. That's why I wear Extensionista duo tapes. These tapes are ready to wear. You attach it yourself, no salon needed. Thin hair rarely looks this full and luxurious on its own. Especially blonde hair. Blonde hair is especially high maintenance. It can easily look a little flat, dry, or just not have enough fullness and shine. That's why I personally love adding some extra hair. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I'm wearing tape extensions. I buy and install them myself, and honestly, they are very easy to take care of. Today, I'm simply washed my hair like I normally do, shampoo, mask, nothing complicated. And now I'm going to show you how I do my usual voluminous blowout. The first thing I really focus on is moisturize and protection. I'm blonde, my hair is long, and I also have extensions. So before I start drying my hair, I use quite a lot of leave-in products. First, I apply Daviness. And as you see, I'm definitely not being shy with it. I probably use around 20 to 30 sprays all over my hair. It's basically a leave-in conditioner, and it helps keep the hair soft, moisturized, and more flexible. This is especially important for blonde hair because bleached hair loses moisturize very easy. It can become porous, frizzy, and dry looking. So before I use any heat, I really want to give the hair as much moisture as possible. Then, as my second layer, I use an additional heat protector from Kerastase Resistance. I really like this one. It has a creamy texture, it smells amazing, and it makes the hair feel very soft, but you definitely don't need to use exactly the same products as me. I experiment with products all the time. I also really like products that combine a leave-in conditioner and heat protection in one product. So just use whatever works well for your hair. For me, the most important thing is that the hair has enough moisture and good heat protection before I start drying it. After that, I gently brush through my hair. Like I said, I'm wearing tape extensions, so I'm always very careful with them when my hair is wet. While the tapes are still wet, I don't want to pull or brush aggressively. First, I want to dry the roots and the tape area really well. And now we get probably the least exciting, but one of the most important part of this routine, drying the hair. And I actually use a completely normal hair dryer. Nothing expensive or special. I travel with this one all the time. And honestly, the brand of the dryer does not really matter to me. The only thing I need is strong airflow. When you have this much hair, especially with extensions, you just need a powerful dryer that can dry everything quickly. That's it, 7 sections. I sometimes call this my 7 sections blowout. The reason I do it this way because I don't want curls. I'm not trying to create a curly hairstyle. What I want is big, smooth, polished hair with movement and volume. Basically, that expensive salon blowout look. And this is also why of my entire Dyson Airwrap set, I basically use only one attachment, this big barrel. When I first bought my Dyson, I thought I would use every attachment, but in reality, almost everything else just stays in the box. This is the one I use all the time, and there is a reason for that. I've already done most of the drying with my regular hair dryer. I'm not using the Dyson to dry this huge amount of hair from completely wet. I'm using it to smooth the hair, polish the ends, and create the shape. And for me, this is especially important with extensions. I don't like pulling extensions really hard with a round brush. One of the main rules for me is to avoid unnecessary tension around the tapes. there is no reason to keep pulling the hair from the roots over and over again. I barely touch the extensions area when I'm starting. I take a section that is already almost dry, use the airflow to heat it, smooth the surface and the hair, and shape the ends. That's why the Airwrap works perfectly for me. Now let me quickly show you how my extensions are placed. At the back I have two white tape extensions, so most of my extra weight and volume is placed in the lower part of my hair. I keep the top section free. I don't want extensions too high up because I love creating volume on top. And you will see exactly why. Then I divide the rest of my hair into two sides, and on each side I only make 3 big sections. So the whole hairstyle is 1 section on the top, 3 sections on the other side, and 3 sections on the other. And honestly, I think this is the one of the biggest secrets of this hairstyle. I'm professional hairstylist, and this is exactly why I don't see any reason to divide all this hair into 20, 30 or 50 tiny sections. If we are not trying to make curls, there is no need. For a big, soft blowout, I want large sections. So I take my first section, go through with it with Dyson. I want the hair to heat up and become really smooth. Then I brush through it, and normally I go through it with the Dyson one more time. So I basically heat each section twice. For me, it's really important that the hair is completely dry and necessarily polished before I put it on the roller. Then, while the hair is still warm, I gently wrap it around a large Velcro roller and secure it with a clip. And this is exactly why I love large rollers. They don't give you a small curls. They create a very smooth bend. You get volume of movement and shape, but the hair does not look curly. And that's the look I personally love right now. For me, it feels much more modern. Long, smooth, shiny hair with big, soft movement. So I do 3 sections on the side, and then exactly the same thing on the other side. Even though I have a lot of hair, this hairstyle is actually very quick. The longest part is not the Dyson. The longest part is simply drying all of this hair properly with the regular hair dryer. That usually takes me around 10 minutes. After that, doing these 7 big sections is really fast. The entire routine, including washing, drying, and styling, takes me around 40 minutes maximum, and then I can wear this hairstyle for 2 or 3 days. Once all the rollers are in, I don't take them out immediately. Usually this is when I do my makeup, get dressed, or I do something else. I just let the hair cool down completely in the rollers. And this part is actually really important. The heat creates the shape, but letting the hair cool down is that shape is what helps it last. Sometimes at the very end, it's also go over the roller with my hair dryers for a little bit, especially if I feel like one of the section might still be slightly damp inside. Because if there is one rule I want you to remember from this video, this is it. Your hair needs to be completely dry, especially if you are wearing tape extensions. Dry the roots properly. Dry around the tapes. Don't pull on the extensions while they are wet. And then gently work through the lace. That's basically it. My routine is actually very simple. Lot of moisturize, heat protection, completely dry hair, 7 big sections, my Dyson Airwrap, and large Velcro rollers. Nothing complicated, and this is how I get that big, smooth, glamorous blowout that lasts on my hair for the next few days. I really hope it was useful. Please leave your questions in the comments. I'd love to answer them, and I'd be so happy to make more videos for you. If you are interested, just let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.